105.9 Academy FM.
On the show today, then, we are joined by the wonderful Booty Luv. You alright, girls?
Yes! We're good. How are you?
I'm brilliant. Thank you for asking. And you're back. It's great to have you back. Really is brilliant to have you back. Why has it been so long? Why has it been so long?
Well, as we was just explaining to somebody else before, we haven't actually been away. I know that you haven't seen us around, or heard from us, but we actually just been behind the scenes, in the studio, grafting, recording. We've done about 60 songs. We've also been, just gigging internationally and up and down the country. So, yeah, we've still been working. We ain't been hiding or anything.
No, so you have still been about. You've just been creating more magic in the lab, as they call it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant. So it is, of course, it's 2013. You're putting Black Widow out there now. It's the start of the year. So is this the start of maybe future releases and maybe an album as well for you girls?
Oh, yeah, hopefully. That's what we're kind of focusing on. We're focusing on Black Widow at the moment, getting the release, getting it out there and just promoting the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Just trying to just get back on the scene, and then after that we'll sit down and
consider whether
see what
because 2006 and 2007 was a massive year for you guys. I mean, you got the Booty Tonight album out there, and there's you've got all the songs on there are more or less known, but 6 or 7 of them songs are now known as, you could say, dance floor classics, floor fillers. I mean, in terms of that, how do you back that up? How do you come out and and release another album like that? Is that why you've taken the time? I mean,
you can't. The thing is, you can never, if you have a successful first album, you can't. When you're going to do another album, I always believe that you shouldn't really think about the first album. It's whatever comes to you and whatever you want to write for the second album, then you just do it. Because once you think about the first album a bit too much, then your creativity just goes. You think when you overthink. Yeah. So we kind of just like to just move on and be grateful for the success of the first album, and then kind of just, especially because we're doing a lot of original stuff now, so it would never really compare to the first album, because at least 4 or 5 of the tracks on the first album were covers anyway. But we just want to, it's kind of like another chapter.
Yeah, it's true. That's exactly what it is.
It's good because you've taken, so you haven't completely been away, but in terms of in terms of mainstream releases, it's been about 5 years, isn't it, off the scene?
Wow.
So do you see this as a new start in some ways then?
Definitely, and also from a creative prospect, it's kind of like we never really had 100% creativity before, and I think that's the most refreshing thing about the start of this project, is that it's just going to be 100% Sharice and Nadia, no input from any record company or anything like that, just music coming from us,
Yeah. Would you say that's the biggest change then for you guys, the fact that it's more independent? Or I mean, now it is kind of the social networking decade. Back then in 2007 we had social networking sites, etc. But in terms of getting your stuff out there, in terms of doing what you do you feel this is now harder in terms of releasing music and getting it out there in this year? Or is it easier?
I think it depends, really. I think I don't know. I don't really know, because you have advantages and disadvantages when it comes to social networking sites, don't you, really?
Yeah.
I think it does help to, it is easier to promote your stuff and get your music out there now, but you don't have, the only thing that's missing is you don't really have, your CDUKs and things, the music shows that used to really promote. They're not really needed anymore, because there's so much going on digitally. It's I think that whole thing is getting lost, and I think I don't know, I used to wake up on Saturday, Sunday morning just to watch who's going to be performing live, and I suppose in that sense digital kind of, I don't know, that's kind of a disadvantage if anything.
No, it is kind of all now. It's all kind. I don't know how to put it, but you're completely right. There's nothing kind of, not as much unique stuff out there now, and there's nothing. You don't look at stuff and you don't say this TV program here talking about music is unique. This one isn't that unique. It's true. But you guys are back. You're sounding as good as ever. I mean, Black Widow, tell us about it. I mean, where did it all come about? Where in the 60 songs was this one?
I think this was the very last one.
The very last one, yeah.
It was the very last song we did. How long ago did we do it? We did it about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and that was I think that was the last one.
Yeah, it was definitely the last one. It was, it's just showing the darker sides to us, and
and just touching on a darker subject, I think, you know.
It's still got that kind of Booty Luv sound though, hasn't it? It's still got that upbeat, dancey sound to it, and it works now, doesn't it? It works at this time of year.
Yeah, and I think it's possible you can do, like, say something really dark, as long as it's got, like, it's quite light-hearted on the melody or the production, that it can work, you know?
Yeah.
You know, because you've got that balance there, you know, and it's not like, oh, God, I want to jump off a bridge. It's more like, wow, I like what she's saying. It's this substance, but it's quite uplifting, because when you get to the chorus, it's very uplifting. The chords automatically lift you up, even though the lyrics are pretty dark.
How are you going to portray? I saw that on your Twitter you was recording a video the other day. I mean, how are you portraying all this in the video? Is it an upbeat video? Is it kind of a story kind of video? How did the shooting go?
More of a story.
It's definitely a story. Yeah, it was shot on a boat on a yacht in Hurghada, Egypt.
Oh, that's not bad, is it?
It's actually out now, so you can check it out on YouTube. Just Booty Luv, Black Widow official video, and it was just basically about there was a good girl and a bad girl, and they are business partners, and they go around and kind of con men and dispose of them for a living.
Yeah,
right.
After getting what they want.
but one of them falls in love. And kind of messes up the whole program.
Right.
So
okay.
Check it out and see. It's quite a dark, twisted video, but it's quite mysterious at the same time. And it's actually beautifully shot as well.
It sounds
so
brilliant.
Definitely go and check it out.
So you can jump on YouTube, search Booty Luv Black Widow, check out the official video. You can also now go onto iTunes, all good retail stores, Booty Luv Black Widow. It's sounding brilliant, and we're going to play it next. Can you introduce it for us,
wicked.
please? Thank you for joining me on the show today.
Thank you. Hey, we're Booty Luv,
and this is our brand new single,
Black Widow.
105.9 Academy FM.
The sound of Folkestone.